Happening now, Midway Park is closing its doors for the season. And County Executive P.J. Wendell is raising awareness about severe weather preparedness. Plus, a new dance hall is making Jamestown its home.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us at Western New York News Now. I'm Lee Kane Jr. Those stories and more are coming up, but first, Jamestown firefighters were hard at work this morning as they fought to contain and extinguish a house fire at 114 Stowe Street that erupted at around 8:30 a.m. They managed to bring the situation under control and put out the flames, and an investigation is underway to determine the origin of the fire. I managed to get a quick interview with Captain Sean Tibbetts, who was the responding captain at the initial scene.
When the crews arrived, we found heavy fire on the rear side of the building. We believe the fire originated on the first floor. It's still under investigation. We immediately called in an off shift of 15 plus 1 of off-duty firefighters to respond. We had JPD was already on scene for us, and they handled traffic control. DPU, DPW, and the Department of Development came to assist us as well. It's currently under control. We're just setting hot spots right now, making sure everything's out.
Thankfully, there is no known loss of life that resulted from the fire. Well, in other news, on September 8, 2023, at approximately 12:50 a.m., officers from the Lakewood Bust-I Police Department were conducting routine patrol duties on Route 394 in Lakewood, New York, when they spotted a vehicle traveling at an excessive speed for the designated zone. Upon closer inspection, the driver was identified as 27-year-old Kimberly D. Carrare from Jamestown, New York. Subsequent investigations led the Lakewood Bust-I Police to determine that Carrare was operating her vehicle while under the influence of alcohol. She was subsequently charged with driving while intoxicated, DWI, and aggravated DWI per se, with a recorded blood alcohol content BAC level of 0.183 or higher, in addition to a speeding violation. Kimberly D. Carrare is scheduled to appear in the town of Bust-I Court. Well, in other news, on September 7, 2023, officers from the Jamestown Police Department's Violent Crime Unit arrested Rashawn M. Smith, 45, of Jamestown, on Windsor Street near Crescent Street. The arrest followed the discovery of active bench warrants against Smith in Jamestown City Court. During the arrest, officers conducted a search of Smith's person, which led to the discovery of a substantial quantity of methamphetamine and fentanyl in his possession. Consequently, Smith now faces 2 charges of criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 7th degree, in addition to the outstanding bench warrants. Smith was transported to the Jamestown City Jail, where he is being held pending arraignment in Jamestown City Court. Well, in other news, on September 7, 2023, at approximately 12:24 a.m., officers from the Jamestown Police Department's 3rd Platoon, with assistance from the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office, responded to a criminal mischief complaint at a Southside business located in Jamestown. Authorities were alerted to the incident when it was reported that an individual had vandalized the business by breaking several windows. The suspect, identified as 25-year-old Todd A. Delahoy Jr., was apprehended in close proximity to the scene without any further incident. A subsequent investigation revealed that Delahoy intentionally caused around $1,700 in damage to the business. He is currently being held in the Jamestown City Jail pending arraignment in Jamestown City Court on charges of criminal mischief in the 2nd degree. As WNY News Now continues, as schools start to open their doors, Midway Park is closing theirs for the season. And later, the Chautauqua County Executive is raising awareness about severe weather preparedness. Stay with us, as WNY News Now will be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
As schools kick off the academic year, the scent of summer gives way to autumn's delights, bidding farewell to Midway Park's lively atmosphere. Labor Day marks the official closure of this cherished Maple Springs destination, which, for generations of Chautauqua County residents, symbolizes the essence of summer. Midway Park is more than just a state park, it is a beloved summer retreat. As vendors diligently clean concession stands and rides, we managed to snatch a brief interview with a Fowler's employee known for their delectable taffy, though not available at Midway. They extolled the park's picturesque lake, captivating games, and thrilling rides, emphasizing its dual role as both local entertainment and an economic catalyst that draws tourists.
So this is Fowler's Fresh Foods. We do cotton candy, snow cones, slushies, corn dogs, hot dogs, burgers, pretty much like everything you can think of, chicken tenders, fries. For anyone who's at the park, right now we're closing down, cleaning up everything, getting everything put away, and then we'll be back next summer.
And when does the season start?
It starts right after Memorial Day, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, and it just ended this last week.
Yes, Labor Day is our last day always.
Yes, ma'am. And we just thank you guys so much for all the fun that you guys provided over the summer. Tons and tons of kids. What did you feel about this summer or this season? Was there anything that you really remember the most?
Honestly, I love it. Like just seeing kids so happy when they get to like get a bag of cotton candy or a slushie, and like just I think honestly it gives the parents a break because the kids are so infatuated with everything that it's like they're in their own world. It's great to see. I love it.
And what's your favorite activity here?
Like ride wise? Tilt-a-whirl.
You seem like you might have spent a lot of time in the arcade, though. Did you ever get into the arcade?
Don't call me out like that. Yeah, I did.
Well, it's the first thing I went and looked at. Every time I come, I'm always in the arcade, too.
For sure.
With the close of this season, the rides fall silent and the games temporarily shut down. However, the memories of sun-soaked days, laughter, and joy remain etched in the hearts and minds of all who have cherished Midway Park throughout their childhood. As the autumn leaves descend and pumpkin spice lattes reappear, the community eagerly anticipates the park's revival next summer with the promise of creating new memories that will endure for generations to come. Well, in other news, the New York State Police's Labor Day weekend enforcement efforts targeting impaired and reckless drivers resulted in 8,762 tickets issued and 154 DWI arrests as the state cracked down on dangerous driving behaviors. During this year's Labor Day weekend, New York State Police launched a comprehensive enforcement campaign aimed at curbing impaired and reckless driving. Running from Friday, September 1st, 2023 to Labor Day, Monday, September 4th, 2023, the initiative was funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee. The campaign featured increased patrols, sobriety checkpoints, and an emphasis on identifying and arresting impaired drivers. In addition to DWI enforcement, troopers also targeted distracted driving, seatbelt violations, and those of violating the move-over law. A sampling of total tickets issued during this period includes 3,407 for speeding, 203 for distracted driving, 383 for seatbelt violations, and 126 for move-over law violations. Compared to the 2022 Labor Day weekend, this year's effort saw fewer DWI arrests and a reduction in personal injury crashes and fatalities, with 208 DWI arrests and 139 personal injury crashes, including 3 fatalities, during the same period last year. A total of 9,748 tickets were issued in 2022. Well, in other news, severe weather can happen at any time, and when it does, you need to be prepared. Whether it be tornadoes, flash flooding, or blizzards, there are steps you can take to be ready for when disaster strikes. County Executive P.J. Wendell spoke with WNY News Now to outline what preparedness looks like and why it matters.
Well, I mean, as far as residents, the best way, when it comes to emergency preparedness is heeding the warnings that go out. That's really important. A lot of times we see warnings go out and people, well, especially we talk about weather warning, it's not that bad. We're Western New Yorkers, we're used to this. Well, that may be true, but there are certain weather events that are now a little bit more quick to develop. We've seen a lot more flash flooding. We've seen a lot more torrential rain.
The executive touts the importance of signing up for NY Alerts.
You know, New York Alert is a great way for people to be in contact. Everyone has a phone with them 24/7. If you don't, well, find somebody that does. There's some everywhere. But, you know, realistically, signing up for these alerts are really critical. A lot of times, I know we've talked already, doing what they call reverse 911 calls, is getting information out to people, alerting them of emergencies and things that are happening. So I ask residents to, you know, please get involved, especially when it comes to how to be notified.
In the end, Wendell encourages residents to listen to alerts when they come out and have an emergency kit at the ready.
And really asking everybody to pay attention to those warnings. You know, if it's a winter weather advisory and we're asking people to stay off the roads, please stay off the roads to get those plows out there. You know, in a situation where there's a travel ban, please make sure we're following that. And also plan where you're traveling to.
Coming up next, it's time to meet our newest pet of the week. And later, we took a look at a new dance hall that is open in Jamestown. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense weather.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. Let's talk about the weekend weather outlook, which is going to be dictated by a stalled out frontal boundary that's going to lay just to our southeast. A cold front moved through the region early this afternoon. That cold front's going to stall out across Pennsylvania tomorrow, and that's going to mainly keep showers and thunderstorms on Saturday confined to the interior, southern tier, north central Pennsylvania, and places closer to where that front actually is stalled out. As we head into Sunday, that front's going to move a little farther back towards the north, and that's going to bring more widespread coverage of showers and thunderstorms back to the region on Sunday. Taking a look at the 24-hour rainfall totals from last night through early this afternoon, Cattaraugus saw about an inch of rain. Both Randolph and Lakewood just over half an inch of rain here to Jamestown at the Jamestown Airport. Just a little over a quarter inch of rain in both Olean and Salamanca. Barely saw any rain over the past 24 hours. The almanac, we made it to a high of 78 degrees yesterday, which is just 2 degrees above what our average should be. The record high 92 set back in 1959. The record low of 29 set back in 1986. So let's time it out on future scan through the weekend, through the rest of the evening hours into the overnight hours of tonight. Generally partly to mostly cloudy skies. Can't rule out an isolated shower mainly across the interior southern tier. Basically the same thing for tomorrow, partly to mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. A few showers and thunderstorms will be possible in the afternoon, mainly across the interior southern tier and north central Pennsylvania, and farther north you go away from that front tomorrow, the drier it will be. But as that front moves a little farther to the north, as I said, that will bring more widespread coverage of showers and thunderstorms into the region on Sunday. So more sunshine tomorrow as compared to Sunday, but it will be drier tomorrow as compared to Sunday. Friday Night Lights, tomorrow, Jamestown is on the road tomorrow in Niagara Falls, but we still have some high school football games around the region tonight. That includes Southwestern as they play host to Portville tonight at Southwestern Central School. We start off with temperatures in the upper 60s, close to 70, and then temperatures will drop down to the 60s throughout the rest of the game, with generally dry conditions of partly to mostly cloudy skies. The weekend weather for the Jamestown area again tomorrow, just a few showers and thunderstorms across the interior southern tier, highs tomorrow in the lower 70s. Then on Sunday, we'll have highs in the upper 60s, close to 70, with more widespread coverage of those showers. And now that 7-day outlook powered by Ultimate Satellite Solutions, high pressure is going to begin to build in on Monday. That's going to kick out that front and provide us with mainly dry weather on Monday. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s. It will turn unsettled once again through the middle of next week as we bring in more chances for showers and thunderstorms Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we continue to cool off by the middle of next week as highs make it into the mid to upper 60s, overnight lows dropping down into the lower 50s and upper 40s by late next week.
Andrew, thank you. Well, in an effort to help our furry friends find their forever homes, we've teamed up with the Chautauqua County Humane Society in a segment we like to call Pet of the Week.
Brian here. This time we're at our Second Chances thrift store that benefits the animals at the Chautauqua County Humane Society. And for our Pet of the Week, we have Gollum. Gollum is about 2.5 months old, and she is available for adoption right now. She just got spayed yesterday. So she's doing well, and she right now just needs to meet her family. She, like I said, she was spayed yesterday. She's up to date on her vaccinations. She has a microchip, which is right about there. And what that does is if she gets lost and somebody finds her, they can scan it and they'll have your contact information. And she's up to date on all of her shots. And she would love a playmate. So if you wanted to maybe get 2, if you don't already have a cat, that would be a cool idea, though not necessary. I want to remind you next week you can walk for paws, these paws. It's going to be at Panzarella Island Park in Jamestown. The registration starts at 10. The walk starts at 11. You can find out more at chqhumane.org.
Thanks, Brian. To learn more about Gollum or any of the residents of the Humane Society, you can visit chqhumane.org. Well, coming up next, a new dance hall had its grand opening on Thursday.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
If you want to speak truth to the masses, make it funny for the classes.
Hi everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
A new dance company has made its home in the Pearl City, adding to the rich artistic atmosphere of Jamestown. Sukanya Berman Dance held its grand opening in downtown Jamestown Thursday evening with dance enthusiasts and government officials in attendance to celebrate the occasion. Our Alyssa Wright has more.
Hi, my name is Sukanya, and I'm the artistic director and founder for Sukanya Berman Dance. I'm very excited to open up our studio space, our home, to the community here in Jamestown. What we look to do here is actually bring in professional dance retain talent, dance talent in this area, create dance awareness and appreciation in this area, and just create more art. Look ahead and see like what we have for the fall semester, as also for next year. We are looking to do more community classes. We are looking to do pre-professional training programs, and also a lot more professional performance events. So check us out. You can reach us at www.sukhanyaburman.com, or you can follow us on social media at Sukanya Burman Dance on Facebook, Instagram, all the other platforms. Thank you.
Burman was congratulated by local and state officials during a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
We are just so excited to be here with you and your family and all of your friends and supporters for the opening of this dance company. And I know, Dan, you're right, we've done a lot of ribbon cuttings in Jamestown because people are starting to choose Jamestown not only as their home, but a place for their business, especially our small entrepreneurs and those looking to do global work right here in the city of Jamestown.
When we were making this move to Jamestown, we had a lot of people here within the community and outside kind of, warning us about Jamestown, saying like, why are you moving to Jamestown? There's like, poverty, homelessness, there's, joblessness, why Jamestown? To which I always kind of answer like, why not Jamestown? Because we have such a robust arts community in this region. We have tenacity in people. We see a lot of potential here, so, why not Jamestown?
Alyssa Wright, WNY News Now.
Burman strives to incorporate traditional Indian culture with everyday dance styles, utilizing her roots in Bharatanatyam, Kathak, and modern dance vocabulary. For more information on class registration, you can visit her website, www.sukanyaburman.com. Well, that's going to be it for us today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. You can download it today free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We're also on Channel 716 on Roku and at channel716.com. Thank you for watching.